As a way to celebrate the life and talents of the late Sam Kieth, I'd figure we'd dive into his work on the MAXX. I wanted to first speak specifically on the style of Sam Kieth. I would describe his textures as tangible and psychedelic, his shadows as multidimensional, and his character designs as cartoonish yet otherworldly. Visually, what Sam brought to the table was unlike any other artist from the Image comic scene, with influences that are hard to pinpoint. However, Bernie Wrightson and Frank Frazetta, specifically at EC Comics, are a good place to start. Between the defined musculature, detailed line work, and ability to capture ecosystems, he made all of these inspirations his own. Kieth was already taking creative leaps during his time on Marvel Comics Presents with Ghost Rider and Wolverine Blood Hungry. But when it came to his fleshed out version of the MAXX, published by Image Comics in 1993, his imagination and techniques ran wild. Edgy and violent was the name of the game for comics in the 90s, especially for independent titles. But between William Messner Loebs and Kieth, they directed that energy in a direction that would serve purpose to the characters and the story. Julie is just as much as an unlikely hero as the MAXX is, and the relationship is creatively explored in the real world and the transcendental Outback, where Julie rules as goddess. Her heartbreaking backstory leads her to the figment of imagination that the Outback is, where all the characters in the real world coexist. It's an expert play story-wise that deals with psychological trauma in a creative way. In terms of characterization, the MAXX is whatever you make him, but ultimately an unlikely hero with complex psychological issues and desire to protect Julie. His design is rash, cartoonish, and in your face, and most importantly, unforgettable. Within a video by cartoonist Kayfabe with Jim Rugg and the late Ed Piscor, they talk about the structure of the MAXX and how Kieth was able to make this opposing purple figure feel life-size within the panels and pages. They also point out his use of whiteout cross-hatching, which adds so much depth and distinction to his pieces. The MAXX was also realized into an animated series in the late 90s on MTV with a great team of people including Seth Kearsley on storyboards that brought this hyper-trippy and honest creation to life. Through the 35 issues Kieth worked on the MAXX, there was an epic crossover with one of the Savage Dragon's villains, as well as a memorable Batman crossover. We can only honor, pay respect, and be grateful for the creative talent that is Sam Kieth. What he left behind will not only stand the test of time, but continue to inspire artists in the future.